So, the most common error, I talk a lot about different technique errors. This is a simple one. The most common error I see is not missing the ball long, it's not missing the ball wide, it's hitting that ball into the net. And so a lot of you guys may know me. I'm a numbers guy. My first career was an auditor for Deloitte, so I appreciate a spreadsheet as much as anybody else. But I think about percentages and chances of success. So if I hit the ball too far, as in it's gonna go long, maybe my opponent hits it. Maybe my opponent can't get out of the way. My opponent has to make a decision to let that ball go out and win the point. The same is true if I hit that ball wide. The net is the only place where there's no decision to be made. Meaning, if I hit this ball too far, I might still win this point a third of the time. If I hit this ball wide, it might still win the point a third of the time. But if I hit this ball into the net, I have a 0% chance of success. I will never win a point where I hit that ball into the net. It seems obvious, but at the same time, the majority of points end in a net error, not a long error. So one of the biggest things that I see technique-wise as to why we miss in the net is when we get a put away, we think about trying to hit down to the opponent's feet. We'll get an overhead and we'll try and spike it downwards, or we'll get that shoulder high ball and we'll put it right into the net. What I think about when I have one of those attackable balls is making sure that I'm swinging through the court as opposed to swinging downwards. An example of this would be if I have a ball that I'm making contact at about waist height, my swing path would be pretty flat along this net, right? What I wouldn't want to do is here. So when you have that higher ball, we want to make sure that we're swinging out, not down. On a higher overhead, right? We want to make sure that we're swinging out for as far as we can, and then our arm will bring us down. Don't try and force the ball down. Hit the ball through the court. It'll prevent you from making a lot of net errors, and you'll win a lot more points. Make sure to check out the APP Academy if you'd like to learn from me in person, or ZaneNavratilPickleball.com to see my teaching schedule.